let's talk about ternary expressions. Alright, so what are ternary expressions? Well, in short, a ternary expression is like an if-else statement that's being compressed and concise into one line block in order to assign or return a value based off of a condition. So a classic problem that you might work with when starting to learn some code might be based off of a name, whether or not the user is above or below a certain age. In this case, let's say if they're 18 or above, they can be considered an adult. If they're below, they would be a minor. You can do this like old enough, true, false. That's one classic checks that I've seen quite a few times when people are learning programming and they're getting into these comparison operators. So let's go ahead and I'm going to use that example here. So we're going to say variable age, and we're going to set this to say 36 default, and we'll say var old enough. Okay. And we're going to set this to true. And of course, we know that's true if we're going off of 18 being our whether or not they're old enough or whatever this comparison. Then we're going to say true. Well, but what if we want to set it to false? Then we'd have to say, oh, if this condition is true, we change the variable to true. And then if not, we go into a whole nother block of code and we change the variable value to false, and then we can do or work whatever we want view that in this case are old enough. But a ternary expression allows us to condense all of that down into one. So we have our variable called enough being assigned true, and to turn this into a ternary expression, we just if condition. Our condition here is age greater than or equal to 8. And you'll notice that we still have this red line telling us, and that error is telling us that we have to follow this if condition up with an else. And of course, after this else, we need to have a default value. Say false because this is the bool has true. Now we're saying if age is greater than or equal to this value true, else we're going to give the value. Go ahead, we can print that into that correctly. Go. And we can print that out to output, and with age is equal to or greater than get the value true. And if we were to change this to say 15, we would see that old enough is that printed out false. So that's how we would write a ternary expression. We have variable equal value A if condition else value B. Alright, so let's look at an example here. We would look at this in, say, a situation with game. Maybe you have the hero for the player, and they say they have a default name. We'll call it Ricardo, right? We have Ricardo as our default name, but we want to offer the player a chance to have a custom character. Okay, so what we could do, and you saw it when I was running this here for a second. I'll go ahead and pass that again. When I run this, you see we have line edit here, and this is what this second is going to be for. Just going to go ahead and expand here this, and I'm going to go ahead and type in. I have this connector, so when I hit enter, this block of code goes, and we have player name at the top, which is empty string. So we're going to set player name equal to our new text the text inside of our line edit is passed in again. If new text not equal to an empty string, else card. Okay. So now if we go ahead and run that, take a look at it. If our string is empty here, that we don't input any name for our character, maybe we're doing, like someone is doing a speed run or they just don't care, they're skipping through everything. If we hit enter, just submit an empty line. We're actually not printing anything out there, so actually not. Okay. Print that out. Player name. Go. And try that again. Alright, so if we have an empty block here and whatever a player is skipping through, speed running, smash the button, hit care, hit enter, see Godot and let's get printed out. Because that's going to be our default that gets applied to the player. That's assigned to this player. But if we were to come in and type something that we wanted, right? Maybe we want to name our character Jimmy, we can type it in, hit the output. Then player Jimmy. Now we have the option of the player typing a name or using a default if that text is blank. So instead of denying the user and forcing them to type a name, you can have a default that's already set up for you, while maintaining everything to one line of text. Now another situation here that we may want to take a look at is going to be with our discounts that we have. So maybe the user is going to a store, and maybe based off of the relationship, they can have a discount at that shop. By default, but maybe if the user has a discount and their discount price is of 80%, the regular price or default price is $10, so that would effectively equate to 20%. But we would have to see if that user has that price. It has that, it would say purchase price that they equal. So we'll have the result of our condition, and our condition is going to check if they have a discount. Discount times default price. If has discount, else we just pass in the default. We can go ahead and we just go ahead and print out the price. We see that we're going to get $10 printed out to us because not have the discount. Run this, take a look at the output. You see $10. Now, if the user does go to the game, they build a relationship with the owner of the shop, they get the discount, set it through. Next time they visit the shop, they look at this $10 item. Hey, they got a discount. Now they're only paying $8. They got 20% off because they did some side. Got this. So there's two applications that you can kind of look at in terms of game development. Alright, those are ternary expressions. Hopefully, maybe you learn something new here. You learn ternary expression thing, how to write them, as well as ways that they can be useful for you if you're maybe developing a game. Alright, that'll do it for this video. I do want to note here, if you are interested in this background that I have editor here, you can pick that up with the asset lib. Like, come on up here, type in background, up here, code edit background, no, and that essentially allows you to have background here, and of course you can save it and it'll be preserved. Go ahead and play with the capacity, and of course we have some where you can go ahead and play with it. You can change the background, go ahead and paste in a path here that has images. You can use this random button, it'll randomly select sign to the background. All right, that'll do it for this video. Or if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them below. If you need help, by all means, again, leave them down below. That'll be it for this video. Take care. Have yourselves a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever it is for you. And see you in the next one.